All right, people, funny games are over. Let's talk about RiverWind Golf Course. I believe that's its name, RiverWind Golf Course. It is in a small part of a small section off of the New Jersey Turnpike / 295 heading north from the Delaware Memorial Bridge. It is about maybe half an hour north of the Delaware Memorial Bridge on 295, exit 21B, heading west towards Philly, stopping at the river that separates Philly from New Jersey. Now, this course is supposedly a links course. It is actually not all that much different from a normal sort of like farmland course, in that it does have swales and bumps and stuff on it, but that's not really what this course is about. To be honest with you, this course is just basically a set of pasture land, roughly a quarter of a circle that is next to a decent part of the river going past Philadelphia, and it's got some modest Philadelphia shoreline, modest visions of the city, but you really can only see them from, I'd say, the last 5 holes on the course. And for the rest of the course is basically just a flat course with, again, the required link swales on the sides. It's just not all that much of a course, but at the same time, it's not a bad course. I think it's got some outstanding flaws, but as a golf course, it's not bad. I mean, the greens are decently puttable. They've got some decent slope on them. The fairways are decently wide, and it's just not a bad place to go play golf. What really kills this course is that it's sort of an afterthought, like a combination of tennis courts. It has the pro shop is in a tennis facility where they have like a Quonset hut kind of thing with several tennis courts in an air conditioned area inside. And then behind that is the golf course. Now, it's not a bad place. Don't get me wrong. I'm never going to say that this is a bad place. I mean, it is in New Jersey, and there are people from New Jersey playing there. You do have to drive through sections of New Jersey to get there and to get back out of New Jersey and all that. And, definitely it's in New Jersey, and you will be quite aware shortly after crossing the border, either Harbor de Grace heading north or the Philadelphia Bridge, heading east, that you're entering into New Jersey and so forth and so on. And I will leave it at that. I mean, if you don't know what being in New Jersey is like, go to this course. You'll get a modest taste of what being in New Jersey is like. So having said all that, yes, you can kind of understand why this course has the issues that it has. There is one place on the course you can buy beer. They supposedly have a cart running around the course, which I never saw. I went up there twice. I played the front 9 one time. We got rained out by a flash flood that came in, and then I went back up there the next weekend and played the back 9, and it was really nice. Weather was nice. And the course was, interesting to play, but it was, again, nothing outstanding. It certainly was not an easy course. I would say it's about a 135 slope course, and it's not all that long of a course, but it's not short. It's about 6,900 yards from the back tees, but at the same time they have the backs and the blues and the whites relatively close together, unlike most courses. It was sort of like a juvenile attempt to make a decent course. If someone who really didn't know what they were doing, tried to make a golf course by imitating what they found on the internet about other courses, but just not having the 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 landscape to do it, not having the resources to do it, and just getting a blank piece of paper and not having the talent to come up with a decent drawing or painting or whatever. It's not bad. It's not something you throw away, but it's not great. It's for the money they charge for this course to play during the weekend. It's much more of a sign of how really hard to find a decent course that's public. you know, Considering all the people in the area who want to play golf, it's much more a factor of the fact that the course is basically full, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, than it is that it's a good course. In a paradoxical sense, the course charges quite a bit of money on a sliding scale because there are so many people who want to play it, but it's not like they want to play the course because it's a great course. It is honestly about as bargain bin as you can get of a golf course, which isn't bad. It's a paradox in that sense. I think charging $140 to $100, $120, $100 to $80 round for this course is a mockery of what value golf is about. But when you have a tee time every 10 minutes and you fill up the course all day long, then you charge, what I would call definitely exorbitant rates. On the other hand, it's not a bad course. It's not Wyncote where the front half of the course is nice and the back half is basically just a meandering walk around a bunch of houses. It's not Bethpage Black, which is nearly impossible to get on if you're out of state, and at the same time charges $150, maybe more than that for out-of-staters, but it's still basically just a big, long golf course with a lot of rough. It's somewhere near a decent golf course in terms of the course, but not really a great course. It's like a decent burger at a steakhouse. Okay, if you were to say anything, a decent shrimp pasta dinner at a expensive upscale Italian restaurant. It just isn't what you really think it ought to be when you're there, but it's better than not playing golf at all. It definitely doesn't suck, but it's definitely not a great course. The big sign that it's not a good course is it really has nothing resembling a clubhouse where you can sit down and eat, where you can sit down and have a drink, where you can stop at the turn and get food, where you can buy alcoholic beverages, except this one kind of Bud Light beer truck that's in the middle of the course. Okay? If you're not on the course, you can't buy beer at that beer truck. The idea, I take it, is you go to this big happy restaurant place that's on the corner of the river there, and buy beer there or whatever you want to eat. But again, that's not on the golf course. It is somewhere near the golf course, but not on the golf course. And there's a big difference. So all in all, I'd give it a 7 or an 8. I'd give it a B. I'd say I have to give it a B. Some of the holes of the course are actually pretty interesting, pretty fun. It's a decently challenging course. It's not going to be a pushover course. You're not going to get on the course and shoot 70. It's not that easy of a course, but at the same time, it's not really hard. It's a decent course. So I would give it a B, but at the same time, I thought it was interesting enough to go play it again the following weekend, and that was a 4-hour drive for me up there and a 4-hour drive back home. So that's 16 hours on the road to play this course. There has to be something to it. And it is. There is something to it. It's a wide open course, basically, with a lot of wind. When the wind starts blowing, and it's just different, but still not all that much. That's RiverWinds golf course. I'm not even sure what town it is in New Jersey, but it's exit 21B. It's before you get to Trenton. It's, before you get to Fort Dix or whatever it is up there, going up the Turnpike. And it's before 285 or 295 splits from the New Jersey Turnpike, so you don't have to pay the toll to get to this course. You only have to pay the tolls going north out of Maryland, or south back into Maryland and across the Delaware Memorial Bridge, and then there's another 2 tolls where it's like $4 coming south from there. So it's like 3 tolls you pay. You pay the bridge coming south plus the other 2 bridges heading down towards Baltimore. It's not bad, but it's not great. That's Riverwalks Golf Course in southern New Jersey.